exhausted all strategies here coming into game 5. Let's see what they have to leave on the Rift.
One team goes home, doesn't attend Worlds, and the other one moves on to the semifinals to play Impulse. Yep. Which of these two is it going to be? And you said everybody's throwing their stuff down. We talked about how these teams were basically playing the same thing when they won. Both teams across the board, this is a unique champion for them in the series.
That's very true. Having to pull out all the stops here. Hopefully get under the skin of your opponent within that laning phase. Whatever team has been able to get the incremental, very small 1-2K gold lead has seemingly come up with the win in this series. Both teams being very calculated once they get that win and not putting themselves in a bad situation. Gravity, the deep wards once again, they finally deter from just walking into the top side of the jungle here.
And Bunny Fufu on your screen there, I believe he's the only repeat champion out of these 10 for anybody here. Had a Braum earlier in the series, but oh man, everybody just throwing their cards on the table saying, you know what, there's a strategy that we have to throw out there. We have to go back to what is working. The Azir freed up for Incarnation.
They almost worked through picks and bans and then took like what would be in like a blind pick. Like, what do I want to play? You know what I mean? Yeah, just getting the Lee Sin, the Malphite, the Fizz, things you really wouldn't see. It's just a lot of comfort that nobody's going to target.
Rush is probably watching this series because he's the next round.
Yeah.
So he's either going to play against somebody who plays Lee Sin or somebody who plays Kha'Zix.
Kha'Zix, Shyvana, Elise.
But I mean, those are like his two champions, right? He's like, I love Lee Sin,
right.
I love
Absolutely.
Kha'Zix. One of these guys is going to have to face my own.
So true. We actually haven't seen an Evelynn out of these guys, so really kind of doing their own thing in the jungle throughout the series. Now to start it again, the same start from Gravity we had last game, more towards the bot side as well, with High and Crew, High and Ball starting on that top side of the jungle.
No lane swap here. Nope. Going in level 2 to the top laner first, so you get the camp faster. Hand it all over to High. It's a good start for him too. He'll barely take any damage from this because the Spiderlings will tank it. So
nice having a Shen as well. Oh, yeah. Get that Vorpal Blade, get a little healing back. Never sucks. It's always good. Always good. Bit of CS for Incarnation in the mid lane as he tries to get to 2 a little bit faster, it seems. Bringing up those soldiers and clearing out minions. Oh. And sneaky in the bot lane. They see Lemonation hooked down to the brush a little too far. And that level 2 they get very nicely adds the damage over in favor of Gravity. Watch out for Keen here in the mid. So Incarnation pretty much does the same thing Gravity just did to Sneaky and Lemonation on the bot side.
Gotta watch out. Incarnation's been having a good series for himself. 3 games that he was falling behind.
Ooh. That, Keen realized he definitely made a mistake there, falling down within soldier range.
Oh, I thought the mistake was giving him Azir.
This is true. This is absolutely true. I'm surprised to even see Azir in this best of 5 series get to anybody. I'm sure Keen wouldn't be getting it. Like I said earlier, with Gravity taking red each time, they've been forced on that Kalista ban, so they're kind of going through these with 2 bans, figuring out which better priority would be for those.
Move, looking towards the mid lane. So if they can put some pressure onto this Azir. Used his W, so that's the time to go. He's not going to have his escape. High on the other side. Oh, almost.
That would have been big damage onto Move. They're going to keep going, actually. High repels in, gets a few auto attacks on. Volatile Spider. It's like Move tries to go in and take the damage on that one. Successfully does so. All of this, however, is really helping out Incarnation every so often, getting another CS in the lead here, just on the 2nd or 3rd minion wave.
Yeah, if you can repel in and get that damage with no retaliation, that just sets up your mid laner even more. You get another potion out of the guy. He has to back a little earlier. So it's just these tiny little things that start adding up. Now he can't even contest minions at this point. If he does, he'll lose another chunk of his HP like that. Another visit though, but High's already here. High is just camping the mid lane. And when we saw that big turnaround for Incarnation in those last few games in the split, it's when High came in and Incarnation started getting more resources, more attention.
Oh, the level 2 was 1 down here, but not anymore, it seems. Sneaky Lemonation fighting back, and to say, go on what you were just saying, when we saw that happen as well in the previous game, Bunny Fufu would have been roaming mid by now. He would have been giving pressure to Keen. Not something they have yet. So that roam for High to the mid lane is really putting Incarnation ahead right now. Or 29-17.
Oh, what is just going out?
2v2ing mid lane here. We have a new lane coming in here to game 5. I don't think High wants to leave as long as Move there, and there's really no reason. Soaking up experience on both sides.
It's kind of been the theme of the series, though. Save for game 1. Move spent a lot of time bottom lane. Now, he's been spending a lot of time mid lane, and they're adapting to that. Hai is just getting his counter gank on and getting some pressure onto Keen. Trying to force him out of lane. Make sure Incarnation has a good game. Oh!
Incarnation, I bet you the last 2 games, he's like, one of these days I'm going to run not a safety summoner spell. I'm going to get an Ignite kill. So close. Move actually could go down here. I don't even think the Q connected. That connected with a spider, so he doesn't have much if he even wants to go back in. I think he just got the cripple down, and Hai was able to toy with them. So Keen's already been forced to back down in CS, and he only comes back with another Doran's ring to pretty much sustain all of this beating that he's been taking so far. Incarnation with the Fiendish Codex. Very nice flip for him to be farming at.
I'm a little surprised that he went for the Fiendish into another Doran's. And so he has no consumables up against the 2 potions and the 3 flask charges from Keen. So Keen has a little bit of pressure in his lane over time. You'll start to see that manifest itself.
It's a good point. Incarnation can play it well if he doesn't get attacked, right? As long as you don't get hit.
All the damage is going to stick.
Sounds easy, not as easy to make happen.
Yep. Keen basically gets to throw his life pool at Incarnation and trade it over and over again and whittle him down.
Not something you really consider. Throw an ultimate out, and then have Move come in and be the finisher as well on that one.
Oh man, that potion advantage.
It's gonna get him. Look at that potion disrespect. Oh, bottom lane, however, is actually getting a very big lead along with Incarnation's mid lane. Sneaky elimination, even though they got hit out at level 2. Very nice lead there of 10 CS in the bot lane.
Coming about.
As well as Haunter from that top side. I don't think he's going to fall too far through. Move knew that it was going to be a little too scary there. And they make their way out. Not a problem for him. Move able to now get himself in the face of Hai. This is something we saw Hai doing repeatedly for the past few games as Move was trying to gank lanes. Now he's back to a bit more invading.
And the rookie of the split definitely has his work cut out for him against a veteran. Old school guy of the jungle. Seems to still have it right now from High side. Gotta watch out though. Elimination off on the side. It is a Janna.
Much less roam by Bunny Fufu this game. You can see Elimination and Cloud9 first off to it and really getting an advantage because of it. Pressure to the mid here. Don't think they should get too much damage on the turret. Maybe they do decide to stay.
They just have such a good lead here in the mid lane. I have 22 CS already at almost 8 minutes. They're just putting so much into Incarnation here, and it's paying off.
They have more information this game than they've really had any game. Move keeps showing himself mid. Hai has always been free to make moves off of that. In previous games, you'd see him instantly go for more camps. And this time, Hai is using all that info to shut down anything Gravity's doing. The lanes are doing perfect. Why not hang out in mid?
Yeah, I talk about potion advantage. Keen doesn't get anything out of that. He's got nothing. He burned through all of them. Incarnation was scot-free with just a Doran's ring. Ended up playing out perfectly for him. He took no damage in the time that he had just gone.
Well, Cloud9 saw that he had some to share. If you have some to share, you bring a party.
Yeah.
Cloud9 just...
He brought some for everyone. You bought potions for everyone, Keen?
It does not look like Gravity is having any sort of advantage that they got in the early games of the series in games 1 and 2. Game 3 as well, the one they lost to Cloud9 first. They still had a bit of a lead towards that early part of the game, but only by a few hundred.
This just looks like Move and Keen are getting dismantled.
Absolutely.
This early game. Talk about Hai being on a higher pressure early game jungler. Well, he's definitely performing this game.
It shows in his CS as well. Pressure to champions instead of the minions. He'd be up maybe 5-10 CS at this point in the previous 2 games. Now he's actually below Move, but still making an impact.
Incarnation as well.
Yeah.
Only member of the
switch
Cloud9.
things up and adapt through the 5th game. Pretty great.
It's true. Cloud9. Incarnation is the only member of the squad that hasn't been to Worlds. And he's pulling his weight in this series so far.
It was questionable for the first few games. We saw what that pressure would do to him. You are absolutely correct. Really pulling out strong. Again, I don't know why he has Azir in the 5th game. That's for sure. Very interesting leave up. Maybe Keen thought he had the counter of what was going to happen, or they just put more focus on. Chum the Waters does hit. There's the kickback they were looking for. Emperor's Divide completely disrupts Move, however. He can't get back in. Hai is there, no mana, but still staying in spider form. Could finish it off. Flashes in with the red buff as well to keep Move in range. And Hai pushes. Keen now plays around the board once again, but finally, first blood.
This duo The synergy between Incarnation and High seems much higher than Move and Keen at the moment. They are just getting outplayed, out-pressured in the jungle. And all High has to do is throw volatile Spiderlings, poke them out. And Keen is getting poked out as well, just from Incarnation.
High has been in the mid lane in just different capacities every time. Previously, he would walk in, help clear, you're good, you can back. This game, it's completely been for ganks. They are definitely switching up the strategy throughout the series here. Balls now in the top lane, doing very well, 94 to 83, and definitely going to be able to provide some tank in that fight as he gets a push with the Sunfire Cape on, or I should say Bomby Cinder right now. They're going to be able to get more pressure on top.
Even with the pressure that Keen would be able to exert in a theoretical sense onto Incarnation's Azir, you still have Shen. You still have Shen Ultimate to back you up. This Fizz is going to have a miserable time, not just because he's behind, but because Shen stops you from 100 to 0-ing people.
That's a really good point. I haven't even seen that be stopped yet.
And then there's Janna, too, just another shield on top of everything.
Definitely going to be hard to stick to anything on the back line for Cloud9. Or I should say for Gravity on Cloud9.
A little too far forward.
That's going to be a Winter's proc. No, they don't get a final shot on. One more would have added quite a bit of damage, actually, but they do not decide to. Would have maybe taken too much of their own as Incarnation picks up the blue. Look for that again in just a few minutes, but we'll see what he can do here in the mid lane. Does not have a turret to push anymore, so will he start to roam? Put some forward wards down. Looks like he's got 2 in the inventory to use up.
He's 1,000 gold up at 12 minutes.
On Keen?
Over Keen.
Jeez.
Incarnation is 1,000 gold up. He has the Stinger completed, Fiendish Codex, and Boots. Fiendish Codex, Living Idol. And overall, they're 2.8 thousand gold up at 12 minutes. Cloud9 have a good foothold in this game at the moment.
Yeah.
Watch out, though. He doesn't have Summoner spells. He does have ways out. That's it. Move is just continuing to go mid lane over and over and over again. Ganking a Janna would be difficult.
30 CS down on Keen, which is another thing I was just thinking about is the Victor was completely passed up in this while still being open. Something that would have such an easy time clearing waves back at an Azir, but now he's forced to walk in and Trident and get lasered in the face.
Yeah, that's usually the push and pull that we see is somebody picks Azir, the other person picks Victor for wave clear, and also they can also blow up an Azir mid-late game. The problem is the range disparity. Azir's range compared to all other mid laners, while still having defensive tools, is immense. Like even looking at Xerath, Xerath has no way to gap close away, or to cap close away, create a gap. Have a move block away.
Close that gap with further space.
There you go.
We'll see where they decide to go from here. The site wards are out, so wherever they do decide to go will be a bit safer. Doesn't look like anybody's had the courage to get those wards past the river just yet, though. You can see Cloud9's placed a kind of a turret ward in the mid lane to make sure they can see if Keen's
looking for money.
And forcing. Did not expect that to happen as I look down at the mini-map, but Cloud9 is giving zero regard to their own safety right now. And a little to boot play there for the Monsoon of Lemon Nation. Move wouldn't have done much, but he was just trying to add some more damage on. This turret goes down. High getting that gold.
I think High has been a part of every turret kill, every turret takedown on the map. He pressured out mid, realized that was the place where they were going to get their little advantage. That's the dagger that they put in, and now he's going to other lanes to twist it. Went top, went bottom, got all those turrets. Even though they don't have the ward coverage to actually justify pushing up extremely far because they don't have coverage of the jungle right at the moment on the Gravity side, Cloud9 are in a great position to start running away with the game and getting all of these dragons. So I talked about this composition is about kiting backwards because they don't have too many forms of engage. They do have the arrow, they do have Shen / taunt, and a cocoon, but these are all pick things. But what this team wants to do is be stronger than you, kite backwards, because you want to contest them at a dragon or contest them at a baron, or else they get it.
Right. Hopefully, Altec's back in time. He's got about 2,300 gold to spend after dropping that turret. It looks like the team will be able to hold off Dragon for now. Lemon Nation's going to go ahead and set up Vision for Cloud9's side. But now coming back with the Infinity Edge and a few potions, Altec feeling much stronger. Sneaky also finished his Infinity Edge as well. But you see Lemon Nation starting that Seek's Harbinger already, has a Wishing Shroud on. So that'll be a very big spike for them once it's finished. A lot of wards finally placed in. I said nobody had courage to place the deep wards yet, but Cloud9 has littered the side of Gravity here. They can see him coming in.
Global still available for Balls. Balls able to continue to push up the top lane. He knows he's safe because everybody is walking towards the dragon.
Peel off, top side, teleports up on both.